Hey guys, so I am super excited to talk about this one. It has gotten a lot of comments and reviews on social media, so I thought I would give you guys a video on the cares and tips of it. So this gorgeous thing right here is an Ionantha peach ball. It's currently blooming right now. And these little purple flowers are what pops out. Now, this is a good example because with air plants, most air plants bloom one time in their life, and then they produce babies. So this is actually created from like 3 or 4 different... Sorry, I had a customer walk in. Alright, so this is actually made of like 3 or 4 that were put together, and they bloomed and they had babies. And you just leave the babies connected, you don't break them off, and it would start forming a ball like this. So a lot of people come into the store and they ask us about air plants, like some of our smaller medium variety ones, and ask us how big they get. Well, certain varieties typically stay small by themselves, but all of them have babies, and if you don't remove the babies, they will form large clusters similar to this. So the cool thing about this is that each one of these that's blooming is going to start producing pups. And then those pups are going to bloom and produce pups. So this right here will always bloom. It's not going to bloom year round, but it won't be a one and done type thing. So that's really neat. I do have these on the website. They are $50. And again, this is the Ionantha peach ball. Care is similar to all the other air plants. You just want to mist it or run it under your sink or faucet once a week. Get the whole top, bottom wet, shake it off, and let it air dry and put it back to wherever you have it. In direct sunlight, they can take a little bit of sun, but you really don't want them in direct sunlight for too long because it will burn them and it dries them out. Other question we get asked a lot is about watering requirements in the house versus outside. So here in Florida we have a very humid environment, so you don't have to water them as much if they're outside on your like porch or under a tree in the shade. The wind, the rain, the humidity, all of that takes care of it. So you really just want to check up on them if they're outside like every 2 to 3 weeks, more so when it's like really hot or dry. In the house, however, they will dry out faster because heat and the AC that's running in your house will dry it out. So we definitely recommend at least once a week to water them and check up on them, make sure that they're not drying out. If their tips are starting to get dry, that means they're not getting enough water. Okay, so I'm going to take this opportunity to show you guys something really neat. After one of your air plants blooms and these little purple things come out and then they start to dry and fizzle up, you can just snip it off. So I'm going to take one of these here that's a little bit, sorry, there's kind of like a sun thing in there, kind of like dried and frizzled, and you just want to cut it as close to the base as you possibly can. And then you won't have that anymore, but your leaves are still going to be the same color. You just don't have this dried flower hanging out of it. Okay guys, see you later.